Okay, plus 2. And then aluminum, gallium, indium, there's 3 of them, so they are plus 3. Plus 3, plus 3. So these are charges that you are expected to know. You are expected to know that group 1 is plus 1, group 2 is plus 2, group 3 is plus 3. And then when you have this little area over here that's not red, silver is plus 1, zinc and cadmium are plus 2, and aluminum, gallium, and indium are plus 3. Monovalent metals do not use Roman numerals. Okay, so these blue ones, if you haven't colored them, you can call them the white metals or the blue metals if you have colored them. If anyone wants a blue pencil crayon for shading, I have some pencil crayons here if you're interested in such a thing. The blue metals are monovalent. No Roman numeral. Which metals do use Roman numerals? All of the red ones. And you know what's nice? R for red, R for Roman numeral, which is why I went to the trouble of printing out a colored copy for you. R for red. Red metals. They are multivalent. And they need a Roman numeral. Now, what the heck do you think it means to be multivalent? Tell your partner what you think multivalent might mean. Multi means many, yes? There are many possible charges for the red zone metals. Iron can be plus 2 or iron can be plus 3. Copper can be plus 1, copper can be plus 2. Manganese, good gracious, manganese can be plus 2, plus 3, plus 4, plus 5, plus 6, plus 7, plus 8. Which is why I don't bother writing all the possibilities on here, because there's really so many for so many of them. And you don't need to have them all written here to figure out what the Roman numeral is. Okay, you just need to know if it's in the red zone, it needs a Roman numeral. So there's this little thing on here that should help you remember. And here are some steps to find out the Roman numeral from a formula. There's actually 2 ways of doing it. I'm going to show you both ways. You write out all the ions. You find the charge of the negative ion, because we never wonder about the charge. Nonmetals are never multivalent. Nonmetals only have one possible charge, which, while we're at it, what are the charges of the nonmetals? How about our halogens, group 17? What is the charge of group 17? -1. What do you think the charge of group 16 is? -2. And group 15 is -3. Okay, so once again, as easy as 1, 2, 3. You never have to worry. You always know what the nonmetal charges are. And if you're like, hey, what about group 14? Remember, group 14 tends to form covalent bonds only, so it does not take on a charge. You find the total negative charge. The total positive charge has to equal to the total negative charge. And then you divide up the positive charge among all the cations. The charge on a single cation is the Roman numeral. So this is why it works. And then we're going to do the shortcut, okay? Because we're in grade 11, we can learn a shortcut. We write out all the ions. We have Fe2O3. What does that 2 tell you? There's 2 irons, so we've written out Fe and Fe, okay? 2 irons. What does the O3 tell you? 3 oxygens. Now, you know what the most common error that students make is? They look and they say, oh, look, a 2, it must be iron 2 oxide. And that is wrong. The Roman numeral does not tell you the number of ions. What does it tell you? It tells you the charge on an ion. All right, so you write out all the ions. What is the charge of the negative ion? O. Oxygen is 2 minus. So you have 2 minus, and each of them has 2 minus. You add them all up. 2 minus plus 2 minus plus 2 minus is, everybody, 6 minus. Excellent. Now, what charge are compounds? What is the overall charge of a compound? Compounds should equal to 0. So if we have a 6 minus charge, what does our positive charge have to be? 6 positive. And if we have 6 positive, what is the charge on each individual iron? 3. And that is the Roman numeral. Not the 6, the charge on a single iron. Does that make sense? That your compound has to equal out to 0? Now, would you like to see the shortcut? Okay, here's the shortcut. You take your Fe, and you got a 2, you got your O3. You're going to take the 2, move it up beside the O, and we're going to separate them. O, 2 minus. Then we're going to take the 3 and move it up beside the Fe. Fe, 3, and because it's always positive, it's 3 plus. That tells us that it is iron 3 oxide. Do we like that? If you like it, that's great. If it doesn't make sense to you, do it by writing out the irons, find the total negative charge, total positive equals total negative, and then split that charge up onto the however many positive ions you have. Now, there is a little hitch, and I'll show you what that little hitch is. I call this the uncrisscross method. And it works 95% of the time. Okay? Let's go see if we can find an example where it doesn't work. Well, actually, here we have Cu3N2. Would you like to see a write out all the ions method? Would you like me to go through that? Anyone? Yes? Okay. So we write out all the ions. We say we have 3 Cus, Cu, Cu, Cu. We have 2 Ns, NN, okay? We find the charge of the negative ion, so we can just go look that up. It's in group 15, therefore it is -3, okay? So we say, okay, my nitrogens, each of them are -3. Once we have that, we add up the negative charges and we get -6. But my whole compound has to be neutral, so the total positive charge has to be +6. Then you have to say to yourself, what does the charge of each copper have to be in order to add up to +6? It has to be +2. +2, +2, +2. And that 2 tells us that our compound is copper, Roman numeral 2, nitride. Shortcut. Cu3 and 2. Take the 3, move it up here to the end. That gives us N3-. Take the 2, move it up to the top of the copper, and that gives us Cu2+. Now we do need to check, is 3- the correct charge for nitrogen, for nitride? Let's go take a look at our periodic table. Nitride is in group 15, so yes, it has a charge of 3-. So that's okay. So this is one of the 95% where that method works, okay? And so that means that we have copper with a 2+ charge, so it's copper, Roman numeral 2, nitride. So your choice as to which method you prefer. Let's see if I have that one example where it doesn't work so nicely. Oh, by the way, here are your Roman numerals in case you've forgotten them. That'll be something for you to memorize. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here's the one I wanted to look at because we have PbS2. If we do it by writing out the ions, there's no number beside the Pb. So how many Pb do we have? Just 1. So we've written just 1 over here. How many S do we have? 2. So we write out an S and an S. And then that becomes, we go and we look up the charge for S. S is in group 16, so it's -2. So that's 2- and 2-. What do we do with those charges? We add them up. So 2 and 2 is 4. What do I do with that 4- now? We have to say that we have a 4+. Whatever negative charge you have to have the same amount of positive charge. Okay, if you've got 4-, you have to have 4+. And there's only one place to put that. We only have one Pb atom. So that lead is going to be lead 4+. And so the name of this compound then is lead. Now, Roman numeral 5 is a V. If you have 1 before 5, IV, that is 4. So that is lead 4 sulfide. And remember, you can use either an F or a pH in sulfide. Okay? Let's try the uncrisscrossing method. We have PB and we have S. We have a 2 here. Now we have a 1 here that we'll just write in so we can move it. We're going to take that 1 and put it up beside the corner of the S. So we have S 1 minus. And we'll bring the 2 up beside the lead and we'll have PB 2 plus. Now, when you do this method, remember, you can't just say, okay, I'm done. You need to check the charge of the negative ion and see if it is correct. Is sulfide -1? No, sulfide is not -1. It is -2. So in that case, if the charge is incorrect, you need to take the charges and you need to multiply them by 2. So you're going to end up with PB 4 plus and S 2 minus. And now that works. And again, you've got lead 4 sulfide. Okay, so that's just a little caution. If you like just doing the crisscross, just make sure you check your negative ion that the charge is correct. Otherwise, you have to multiply everything. So that's basically it. So for 4.1D, all of these compounds have Roman numerals. Okay, all of the compounds in 4.1D have Roman numerals. I've left space for you to draw things out. Now, before you write your quiz, you need to decide if you have a Roman numeral or not. So you need to be able to choose. If it's in the red zone, you use a Roman numeral. If it's not in the red zone, you do not use a Roman numeral. And that's what quiz 4 will be on. So some of them will need Roman numerals and some of them will not. Okay? If you're ready to write quiz 4 today, that's great. If not, you can work on it for practicing today. Finish up any quizzes 1 through 3 that you haven't finished, and then study for quiz 4. We'll write it at the beginning of next class. Okay? Hi. Oh, the answer key is wrong? Dang it. Oh, vanadium. Vanadium 5, that's page 34, number 6. Number 6. Vanadium 5. Thank you very much. Whoops. Actually, yeah, that's the one. If you're working ahead and you need a polyatomic ion sheet, help yourself. You can start on the quiz 4 if you feel ready for it. Absolutely. Yeah. Why are we because lead plus or lead okay, so you have to tell me which one. So this is 4 plus. So as a chemist, you have to tell me which lead 4. Otherwise, I don't consider it lead. But I should maybe think very differently, but compounds, so that's lost. Also, yes. Then you just leave it with no Roman numeral. Yeah. So it's calcium and sulfide. So the blue one. The red one. Oh, the red one's fine. But what if it's oh. Non-metals never use Roman numerals. Okay, you should only have the Roman numerals. It'll never really have. Folks, just to clarify, non-metals never use Roman numerals, okay?
Those videos of the balls. Yeah.
Jenny Woo. Thank you. Anea.
Thank you.
V. Okay, if you've not had it in quiz 4, you should be working on quiz 4 right now. If you're on your phone and you're not actually doing anything, then I need you to come show me where your quiz 4 is. Yep, nobody has given me a quiz 4 yet, so nobody should be on their phone. Well, there might be one in here though, but thank you. Yep, nobody has given me a quiz 4. Not a single person, including Stuffy. Quiz 4. Where? Okay, come help me find it. Quiz 4?
Yeah.
I'm not seeing it. I gave you back 3 quizzes, yes? Rajan? Okay, Rajan has a quiz 4. Yes. Okay, so you get to look through these piles and see if you can find your quiz 4. Either that or it might have gotten in with these, in which case you can look through there, okay? V. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Azine.
No.
Daniela. My best guess is that it probably got mixed in with these. Yeah. Huh?
Did I handle it?
I don't know. A quiz 4?
Yeah.
No.
What? I
Well-
think I put it in the bag.
Okay, well, she's looking through them right now, so if you come across Anthony's, let me know. You can also look through here and tell me if you see your quiz 4.
Oh, this is first time about this one.
Thank you. Found it? Excellent. Good. Yay, thank you. Okay, I've got 3 quiz 4s now. 4 quiz 4s. Yay. Okay. Gian. Yeah. Sky.
Thank you.
Just 1 second. Just gotta write this one down before I forget. Yes.
So the credentials of the slide
Yeah.
space doesn't give like
No Roman numeral. That's right. Only the red ones or the gray ones in this case. Yeah. Those are metalloids and they don't act like metals. They won't be the Roman numeral. Okay. Yeah. Azine. What happened? Tell me what happened.
I think I didn't do anything now.
Uh-huh. Oops. That's okay. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Fun. Aluminum. B. Oh. So when they're ionic, no prefixes. Okay, because you identified them correctly, but then you wrote the prefixes. But you're like halfway there, so yeah. Okay, yeah. Caleb. There you go. Hi.
I don't know what I did wrong on this one.
On this one, okay. Ah, it's the charge on a single copper. So rather than 2+, it's 1+. Okay, so it's just the charge on one copper. So you look at one of the coppers and say it's 1+.
Yeah. But then. But then how are these ones?
Oh, well, this one isn't right. Vanadium 3, not vanadium 6.
Because
Yeah.
So I don't do 2,
You just take the charge of one of them.
even if there's a more.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. So if there's only one of them, it's that charge. That makes it easy. But if there's 2 of them, just take the charge of one of them. If there's 3 of them, just take the charge of one of them. It's the charge of the single atom, and that should fix it for you.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah. Lauren.
Oh, okay. Can I do that one again?
Of course.
Sweet.
Marco. Lauren. Christy.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes, and I don't know why you did it a second time, because you got 6 the first time.
But oh, I thought it's wrong. No.
You wanted to do quiz number 2.
Oh, sorry.
Hang on, let's see what you got here. Zine, yeah, you wanted to do 2B, yeah. Although you've done 2B, it's right here.
Did you mark my 1 and 3? We did 1. That
Yeah, let's see.
yeah.
You wanted another one?
I think that was it.
That was it?
Mine?
Oh, yeah.
That's
I'm
4.
gonna
actually,
mark
though.
4
Three,
a
three.
little later. Yeah, 3 is here though.
No. Wait.
You wrote Loma, not Nana.
Oh my god.
The number
I gotta
9.
read through it. Oh, for nothing then.
Caleb. Ari. So, I have a metal, yes? So there's no prefixes. No prefixes in the metal in the word.
If there's
If there's a metal, it's ionic, and there's no prefixes. So that was your biggest problem, okay? So that has to be.
Oh, that makes sense.
If you see a metal, no prefixes, and no mono.
I know why I got confused. I was like, there aren't double metals. So I was like, oh, there's nothing.
Yeah.
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 I definitely read it.
Okay. Fun. Aaliyah. There you
Thank
go. Azine. I gotta get them back, right? So you can get immediate feedback. But yeah, we gotta talk. I just put these aside.
No, you can finish
Yeah.
them. It's okay.
No, it's okay. These people are gone anyway. Yeah. Do you want to talk here or do you want to talk in the back room? What do you
Maybe
think?
the back room
Yeah?
would be best.
That's crazy. Yeah, you got some long, some long.
Right? So very like thankful, even this meeting. Yeah, that's good. Okay, okay.
Hi.
Sure, sure.
I'm fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's great.
Now,
Everyone. Yeah.
let me find that for you.
Should I take all the quizzes?
You know what? Yeah, why don't you just grab
Okay.
a copy of each of them and you can just do them? Yeah. There we go. Would you like a quiet space to work? Yeah?
Just checking announcements.
Yep.
The metalloids behave like non-metals, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Nothing.
Metalloids behave like nonmetals.
Okay, I think that would be.
Yay!
Alright,
Okay.
I go.
I have a meeting. I have to go to. So. Oh, Amy, what? That needs to put on a shirt. But they promote from. No, no, they put on a shirt. I think I'm gonna fly. You're gonna go to Toronto to see ATs? Only. So you're gonna wait. I'm gonna flood the whole video.
Just checking in. Are you free tomorrow during flex?
Yep.
No.